This, I could build this entire house with this.
You're right.
I could also crush it. I could also crush your skull.
Okay. Spencer. That's.
See what can happen? Hello! And welcome back to the Croak and Crow podcast. I am Spencer Cartier Chaboy.
I am Thumbelina, which I think I might have used before.
Yeah, you're just repeating.
Okay, we got to start over.
No, everyone will see this. Who are you today?
Verona. I know. How do you...
It's fine. It's fine. You know what? You're Verona today. And this here is Frank.
Guys, give me names to be.
We're all pretty bundled up because it's raining out. It's gross. It was raining last night, and I said, okay. It's
not gross. I like rain.
Yeah, well, I don't.
I love rain.
I don't. I'm an outdoorsman. I do stuff.
I should have been rain.
I guess I'm not an outdoorsman.
You're not?
No, because I think an outdoorsman would like rain. I'm like a fair weather outdoorsman. Like, I only like prime conditions. Give me sunny days and a nice hike. Like a real outdoorsman, like, put me in the elements. I'll take it on.
Absolutely.
I'll build a
like Bear Grylls.
Yeah, I'll build a shelter? I don't even know the word for it. Mm-hmm. If I ever need a shelter, I'm doing too much.
I'd rather be out in the rain.
What? No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You would rather be out in the rain, or you'd rather be in a shelter out in the rain, like on a patio.
No, I want to be in it.
You want to be rained on?
Yeah, I want to be rained on.
In your clothes, uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well,
it's all fun and games.
I'm not thinking cold. I'm thinking summer rain.
But it's all fun and games. Here's my thing.
Summer wind.
Here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's all fun and games being out in the rain. I'm sure you love it.
I like
it.
What
are we in the Notebook? Look at this. We're getting rained on. We're dancing in the rain.
No, we're not like that.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, like, you idolize it, and it's fun. I've used to splash around in the puddles.
No, I don't want to splash in puddles. It just
doesn't matter. I haven't even gotten to my point. My point is this: once you're done playing in the rain, and now you go inside or wherever you go,
and then the sun comes out and it dries your clothes right on you.
Okay, so you just imagine a whole fairy tale. No, you go inside, and then you're in these soaked, drenched clothes. Your body feels gross.
How do you go in the ocean?
You have a towel, and it's hot. Like the sun's out.
The sun's out in my story too.
Oh, it just clears.
It's a summer.
The clouds just disperse.
What's it called? A sun shower.
Well, I don't like it, and that's okay because I can have my opinion.
You can.
I can. Anyhow, guys, first podcast of the week. Yay! Hooray for that! It's Wednesday. Hooray for the fact that it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
I woke up today and I'm like, I'm alive. That's what I said.
You sound like question mark.
Did
something happen last night?
No, but every day is a blessing.
No, that's true. I'm just joking.
You're just joshing. Yeah, I guess, I'm not a true outdoorsman. Am I a true appreciative person of life? Like, what a beautiful thing is rain. Imagine all the places like California that sometimes they don't get rain.
You're too hard on yourself.
That's what my doctor says.
You're an outdoorsman. You give tours. You're an outdoorsman. You're spiritual. And then you're just like putting pressure on yourself. Like, oh, you know what that's called? Imposter syndrome. Like, I'm not a real outdoorsman because I don't want to be caught in the rain. Or I'm not truly spiritual because I'm not constantly grateful. And that's not fair to you.
Okay. This ain't no therapy session.
You're a grateful outdoorsman.
I'm a grateful outdoorsman. It's Wednesday, guys. Hooray. Glory be to the higher. Did you check out our Christian meme review? Check it out. At this point, what do you do? You know what? Stop watching us right now. Go watch the meme review. It was a good one. Was it a good one?
Yeah, it was really good.
It was a really good one.
Yeah.
It was a really good one. Check it out. But, yeah. That's it. Thank you for coming. We'll see you tomorrow. Walk through Thursday. Peace.
And that was 1 Minute Wednesday.
No, I'm just goofing off, guys. I'm feeling a little goofy today. I didn't get my morning walk in. I think it just threw off my balances, my chakras.
Well, if someone was trying to kill you, they would have been disappointed because they were laying in wait in the rain.
Yeah. I've been told that before. If anyone's out to get me, they could do it so easily.
That's not true.
I'm just saying, because of how much I like structured days. What's the word? When you scheduled, but it's like
routine.
I love routine. It keeps me going. But as soon as someone gets a little hint of my routine, they can catch me slipping. That's why I keep the blicky on me.
Nobody wants to kill you. Nobody cares enough to kill you.
Yikes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Are you? What is happening?
Yeah, it's a compliment.
People do care enough.
Be complimented that people care enough. Oh no, let's get off this because I'm very superstitious. I don't like it.
Knock on wood.
Okay.
It's one word.
Do you know what day it is?
June 21st.
Did summer happen?
June?
I don't know what's happening.
Oh yeah, summer happened. Like wait.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought you told me.
No, summer happened on Monday, guys.
Oh, it was on the 20th?
21st. Today's the 23rd.
Oh.
Tuesday was the 22nd.
Yeah.
Monday was the 21st.
For some reason, I always think all the solstices have to be the 21st.
Wow, I was just going to go on One Word Wednesday and not say, hello, summer.
Your favorite friend in the whole...
My favorite friend in the whole world.
And you were just like, oh yeah, they're here now.
They're here now. Summer started, so start counting down the days.
No.
It's fleeting. Yeah, wow, summer started. You know what? This rain is doing me a disservice because I'm like, April showers. No, it's summer showers. It's summer showers out there.
Yeah, summer showers. That's why I don't mind being in a summer shower.
Oh, man. Yeah, summer has started.
June 21. Today's the 22nd, but yesterday was June 21, and it was thank God because June 21 was so unfortunate.
Thanks, COVID. Wow, yeah, summer. Get to the beach. Do you know how many people in the country can't get to the beach on a regular basis?
Well, because it's on the edges.
You know what? If you don't live on the edges,
live on the edge. It's a different way to say live on the edge.
What are you doing?
Now, let us not forget the lakes.
Oh, I've never been to a Great Lake. I was about to just talk down on Great Lakes and say they're nothing compared to oceans. No idea.
I don't either. Just like
I hear they're pretty big.
Maybe they've never seen our Atlantic Ocean. We've never seen the Great Lakes that apparently have waves and everything.
Yeah, I hear it's like pretty big. You can't see the other side.
Yeah, perfect storm.
Don't know it.
Oh my God. That is you are the type of person that would have seen that movie.
Why?
I'm shocked.
Is it a romance movie?
No, it's not a romance movie, but it's
not my cup of tea. Was it action?
Perfect Storm is...
Let me guess. There was a boat? Was there a boat?
Yeah.
And was there like a tornado and a hurricane at the same time?
No, I don't think so. But it's a true story.
Okay.
I believe. Loose facts. What did I say last week?
Yeah, loose facts.
It's on the Great Lakes, but if you watch the movie, that's the only way I know the Great Lakes. It seems like it's on the ocean. It's that rough. And as you know, the term perfect storm is when everything unfortunately comes together in a terrible way. That's what happened. Men were out there and the perfect storm hit. Perfect meaning terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought you would have seen it.
I haven't seen it. Anything associated with the Great Lakes.
No,
count me out.
You'll like it.
Yeah, but
do you watch like Greatest Catch and stuff like that?
Like Deadliest Catch?
Oh, Deadliest Catch. I don't even know, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
But that's like more of like a documentary. Like you're watching like these guys out there.
Well, this is a true story that was reenacted with like George Clooney or something. I don't know.
I'll check it out. You know what? That's my homework.
Yeah.
But shout out to all the people who can't get to the beach in a relatively timely manner. What I recommend is to move to one of the coasts. They're so big. Not the ocean, the coasts.
The coasts of the United States.
Yeah.
It's already too populated. Stay where you are.
Yeah.
Go to Home Depot, buy some of that play sand and a baby pool, and just pretend you're at the beach.
Good point. Everyone, if you live on the coast, move inland.
Yeah.
The beach is overrated. Yeah, I was just at the beach, and I don't know if I forgot how crowded it gets, or if after a summer of COVID, everyone is like, let's get to the beach.
It's always crowded.
Yeah, it's always crowded.
There's no parking. It's super where we live.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not going to any fancy beach, any like private. You have to be part of this. You have to be part of this real
Resort.
estate, resort, whatever. We just go, public beaches.
Claim your spot.
Claim your
Run
spot.
out there.
Yeah.
Plant your flag.
A mile from the actual water, and then take a 2-mile jog. Get some splish splash. Realize
for
it's
people who
20 degrees.
Who don't live where we live, and you might say, I know all about beaches. Even if you live Texas, Louisiana, down there, they have their beaches. And as you know, I'm not going to name all the places that have beaches, but there's a particular beach where we go in South Jersey, which people will probably be surprised how much sand you have to travel over to get to the water.
Wildwood. Throw up your W's.
For Wildwood Wednesday.
Wildwood Wednesday. It's so much beach. That's where I went when I saw how crowded it was, and it just keeps getting.
Imagine if there wasn't that much sand, actually.
Yeah, seriously, it just keeps getting bigger.
Right.
Because the way the wild, like that whole crest,
whatever that's called,
it's like a
peninsula.
It's like off of the actual mainland.
Right.
But it's the very bottom. So every year the current pulls the sand from the northern shores.
Erodes the other beaches.
Yeah. Yeah. If you go to Belmar or something, it's a beach like this big. Yeah. And then Wildwood,
gets it.
Whew. We've been talking too much about summer. It's One Word Wednesday. Yes. I wish we had an intro for One Word Wednesday. We only have one for Walk Through Thursday.
It's never too late. We haven't even been doing.
It's a summer. I'm barely even home.
You're a very musical guy, though. You're always singing songs and playing instruments.
Oh, should I do like a little cover?
Yeah.
If I didn't break my guitar in the meme review.
Well, there's the green one.
Oh, well, electric guitar. Let me try a little something.
An off the cuff Wednesday ditty.
Everybody enjoy the day.
Slow one.
Because you can't rhyme day with day.
Wednesday.
It's everybody say hooray, because it is One Word Wednesday.
All right.
Sorry. We just lost three subscribers.
I know. I see the numbers going down. We'll reconsider that. So
I'll work on it.
Maybe something more in your wheelhouse than instruments are tools.
The hammer of God. Is that what we're talking about today?
Yes.
You said called cement.
It was the axe last time.
And this is actually not a sharpened axe, as you can see here.
Spencer, no.
I used to get called cement head as a kid. By my family.
You did, but you know how people have a thing where it's just this weird thought that comes into your head that you want to jump off things when you're up high?
Yeah.
You know who has it, oddly enough? Simone Biles. That
really?
Wonderful gymnast. Someone said, "Are you afraid of heights?" Because she's always flying around.
Yeah.
And she said, "No, I'm not afraid of heights, but I have the thing where I want to jump off stuff. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But I think of what would happen if I jumped off this."
Yeah, I have that bad. I was just on the balcony of like these towers, and it's like, in St. Augustine, the lighthouse, and like they were like the people I was with, they were making fun of me because they're like, "Oh, you're afraid of heights," and I'm like, "No, I'm afraid I'm going to jump off."
That's what she said.
And it was like, I don't have any desire to jump off.
Right.
But it's just like, I have this fear that my body is just going to take control.
Yeah.
And just climb over.
Well, you also have something where you try to put stuff. Please stop it. You try.
I should probably go to a psychologist. Okay, so what's your problem? Well, I want to hit myself in the head with hard objects and jump off high places.
All right. So hammer.
Why?
Hammer don't hurt him.
Hammer don't hurt me. It's a tool.
No, hammer don't hurt him is what you would tell. It was MC Hammer.
MC Hammer.
Super famous in the 80s.
Super famous.
He's in a commercial now. Do you know what it is?
I don't watch TV.
Oh yeah, I don't either. But it comes on like Hulu or something. I want to. You know what it's for? I literally think it's for the things you stick on the wall. They don't. You can hooks that you don't have to hammer. I think that might be it, but it could be. It could be chips.
Do you need a hammer?
Yeah.
MC Hammer, he can't touch this. And when you're hanging in the dorm, you shouldn't touch this or this. Here, use command hooks instead. Hold strong, damage free. Just peel, stick, and ta-da!
So anyway, that's how he used to dance. But they say don't hurt him, like hammer don't hurt him, like with his singing and dancing.
Ooh, don't do it.
What?
I was just doing a little thing.
That's the worst when someone's like,
Yeah.
what? And you're
If I
like,
was I really.
that was part of a.
Sorry, I'm just an idiot.
That wasn't a solo thing. Yeah. So MC Hammer. I'm sorry, I forget his real name.
Now, before we had a little pre-screening talk about hammers, and you brought up MC Hammer, and when you said something, it was the first I knew. I knew MC Hammer went broke. There's like songs about him going broke.
Oh, really?
I always thought it was like sort of an Allen Iverson, terrible with finances, blew his money at the clubs. Now you're telling me it's something different, which is completely different, and I think it should be talked about more if it is true.
Mm-hmm. It is true.
Speak on that.
That MC Hammer, he was a religious guy.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah, religious guy. He has a famous song, "Pray," that was on the regular top hits, radio. He was so charitable and so loving, and this was in the days when entourages were forming,
Mm-hmm.
But his entourage wasn't for him, it was for them. So if he knew you were in that entourage, and it was friends, family, and then their friends.
Mm-hmm.
His entourage was huge. And also you'll hear famous people say that people are always asking,
Yeah.
can you please give me this? Can you cover my car payment? Cover my house? My mom needs medicine. And he could not say no.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very, very famous. Tons of concerts and appearances, because he was more than the music. He was such a, and you have this star quality.
Yeah, it's an icon.
And he literally bankrupted himself because of being too charitable. And he, and then going forward, he was the cautionary tale. You can't be MC Hammer.
You can't help everyone. And in a way, I mean, we just talked about it on the video games podcast because I was carrying on an axe. Where's my axe? I feel the urge to slam it against my
I'm
head.
glad it's not near.
Where we talked about sharpening the axe and don't be ashamed of making money and stuff.
You need money to help yourself. Yeah.
We were sort of going along those lines of
yeah, you're right.
The more money you have, the more you can help people, but spending all your money doesn't help anyone.
Right.
And
it didn't. He was. Then everyone was cut off. We weren't even able to see him.
Yeah. So it's like, obviously we still now. I mean, I didn't even know that we talk about it in a high regard of losing your money for charitableness, but there needs to be some kind of
right
knowing where you're people that are good with numbers. I respect them, where they have everything balanced out, and it's
right.
This is exactly how much we can afford to give.
Right.
And they, some people might give too much still, and some people might still be like, we can only afford to give, 5% of our
right.
profits. And it's like, you could probably do more,
mm-hmm.
but it's just good to have a bar for yourself, because, the greatest people, those are the people that we want to see live a long, I'm sure he has a lot of money now.
I believe he now has, so he used to be, and he was younger, this was that long ago. Now he's fully into Christian,
mm-hmm.
Evangelizing and that. And also, I believe that you should remember that's for yourself to not put yourself broke. But I think you should also give you understanding when other people can't share with you what they have. I know it is a pressure on on Oprah, on Beyonce,
mm-hmm.
And people say, she's so rich, I can't believe that she wouldn't, my this person's dying from a liver disease or something. And it's like, you don't understand how do you pick? There's so many people, and they do pick. They have charitable managers who give the thing. Look at her, Bezos' wife.
Mm-hmm.
She's giving money away. Have you seen that?
No.
She's giving away billions of dollars.
So Bezos is running to space
every few months.
I can't even be on this planet with her anymore.
Maybe not, but even though, so she's given all this money, but it is still in what's this word, in relation, not relation, but relative. She has billions of dollars. So same thing. They are giving to charity. They choose the charity, and they have to. They can't just open the door or you write them a letter and they give you the money. Or the same thing, your grandmother or your so when you say she could afford to help me get a car or something. Yeah.
No, and you don't know what people are spending money on. That's like the thing when people win the lottery and everyone goes to their door.
Right.
And it's like, you don't know, might have just donated $1 million to charity, and then bought their parents a house, bought the thing, and then you're a friend that's like, you just won the lottery, and you know I'm struggling. It's like, yeah, obviously if they had infinite funds, they'd want to help, but it's all relative. And for the people who are giving the money, you know, good on you.
Right.
And for the people who are wanting money, just have faith.
Right.
Don't be hard on that person. Everyone has their own journey.
Right.
And the Lord will provide with his hammer.
Always does.
Spiritual hammer. Okay, let's get to... So MC Hammer. Checked off the list.
MC Hammer, check off the list.
Anything else?
John Henry will check off the list. It's a famous folktale, African-American. He's always pictured with a hammer. And it's about brute strength and perseverance. And I believe he's famous for... he used to hammer the holes into rocks for the... You hammer a hole in a rock and then you put the explosives in and blow up the rock.
Yeah.
He was like a machine, you know, like.
Oh, is that the thing where he beats the machine? Or is that a different story?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not really sure about that.
I don't think so.
Okay, so we have him and we have him. We have hammers in the Bible.
Do
we do.
I thought hammers came out in the 1960s.
A hammer is a stick with a rock tied on the end of it.
Good point.
So
that tool.
Probably is not biblical aged. What kind of hammer is that? Come on.
It has a name?
Come on.
I've never been a good guy.
I see that.
What is it?
Claw hammer.
A claw hammer? You just made that up.
It's true.
Opposed to what?
The hammer that doesn't have the thing on the back that pulls the nails out.
Sledgehammer. I knew that one.
See?
Jackhammer?
Good.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So there's hammers in the Bible. They talk about hammers and they talk a lot about hammering gold for some reason. You know how to hammer gold? You were in art in college. You had to hammer all sorts of metals.
Gold is a very soft metal.
So it's easy to
very, very malleable.
Flatten out. Okay.
Yeah. But is that all you got from the Bible? I don't know. I didn't do my Bible Gateway today.
I did my Bible Gateway. It was a lot about hammered, gold. And then there's one verse that we'll have to go into on a Thursday, which is the day we go through Bible verses.
Thursday.
And it had to do with like the hammer of the earth is broken, so no idea what that meant. No time to check out what that meant. But I'm guessing, and I asked you before the podcast, do carpenters use hammers? And you said, yeah.
I feel like who else uses a hammer more?
A dentist.
What dentist are you going to?
I don't go anymore.
Okay, if I knock my teeth out on live television, I could.
Please don't. They don't. Tink,
no.
Tink, tink,
ah!
tink. Get it out.
What? Get what out?
Your tooth. Or put the filling in. In the old days, I'm talking about.
How old?
The 50s.
No. Like, even if they do, it's not like... When you think of the dentist, you don't think of hammers. You're giving everyone who has dentist anxiety a lot more anxiety.
But you know what? For me doing that, tink, tink, it reminded me...
stonemasons.
How they would make words, right? And
yeah. I took a stonemasonry class as well.
Okay.
Stonemasons probably actually use it. Not more. I'm going to say carpenters use it more because it's more frequently used. Mm-hmm. But because there's more like things to do carpentry with. But stonemasons, that's all they have.
Right.
It's just a hammer and a nail, or hammer and a chisel.
And Hank Aaron, who is before everyone's time, but very famous baseball player, and he was known as the Hammer. But
the Hammer.
The Hammer. But in and it's oh my gosh, it's obviously a symbol of strength. There's so many sayings. Hammer at home, and like hit the nail on the head. Like it's a forceful. We even say like don't try to hammer someone over the head.
Yeah.
With when you're trying to make them believe what you believe.
Yeah.
So it is very. It's not delicate. It's not sensitive. It's not.
No.
It's not subtle.
It's power. This is power. This is work. This is labor.
Right.
This is the symbol of labor. Think in communist Russia.
Yes.
They had the hammer and sickle, and that was labor and farming, something like that.
Yeah.
I never went to Soviet Russia class.
So a hammer breaks and builds.
Ooh.
I just came up with that.
Just like people.
I just came up with that.
Yeah. Huh. I like what you just said when you just said that. When you said hammers can break or build.
Mm-hmm.
You can build a foundation with a hammer.
Yeah.
You can also destroy a house with a
Yeah.
sledgehammer.
Right.
And maybe in some way we're all like hammers.
Okay. Oh, brings me to the one I forgot. And again, you were unfamiliar with so much things I said today.
The song?
If I had a hammer.
Still, how does it go again?
If I had a hammer. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. I'd hammer all over this land. Huge. It was very much used in the civil rights movement.
Mm-hmm.
It's about justice. It's about I don't know, equality. It's a very, very, very was a very famous song. It's a repetitive song, so doesn't take a lot to learn the song or sing the song. So of course it was catchy. But yeah, you could be a hammer.
You can be a hammer. You can build an empire. And the more hammers you have around you, the quicker that house is going to be built. But you don't want to be a sledgehammer and go to other people's hammers and destroy everything they have. Or something like, there's a metaphor there somewhere.
There's in Bob's Burgers, there's a episode where Bob, the chef, had the best knife on the market that you could get. And
I wish I had a nice knife.
Yeah, he was so in love with it. And Teddy, who is the handyman, he had the best hammer on the market. And they were like, mine's better. And they're like, let's have a fight or something. And Bob was like, you need a hammer to make my knife or something. I forget. But I do think Teddy won because he ended up hammering the knife to death. But
yeah, that's what I feel like would have happened. Yeah. That's another thing when in the metal workings, or like I was in metal forging, which is like the hot dink.
Or was it metal Thor-jing?
Oh, Thor. That's
I don't know anything about Thor.
The god of lightning.
Nah, like I think I mostly know it from that like Australian guy who was the actor of it.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
From the Avengers. No, yeah, Thor.
I'm
god of
terrible
lightning.
with those.
That's like Nordic mythology.
I don't know those mythology things.
That's it's Thor, and that's like where they had Valhalla, which is like where they'd go
I know
after
the
they died.
words.
And then his dad was Odin.
Okay. So what does Thor do in these stories?
He was the god of war.
And that's right, because hammers are very important in war.
Yeah, so he had his hammer, and so all of the Vikings would, call out to Thor, the god of lightning and war, to be with them. And they weren't afraid of death because it was seen as this mighty banquet hall, Valhalla.
Okay.
And so when they'd go into war, they'd say, like, to Valhalla.
So, as we've talked about before, like spiritually, off the street, when you talk to somebody about spirituality or faith or religion, they think it's very soft, it's very feathers, it's very, you're in a library. And lots of times we show the hammer of faith that it can be something much stronger, greater, more of that, that type of vibe.
Yeah, it's powerful, right? Religion's powerful, and I think that's an important thing to bring up. Just like the hammer, and it can be used to no great structure or anything has ever been made without a hammer. But with that said, a lot of religions and stuff, they get a bad rep because of the power. We talked about it before, and we're like, why bad pastors or anyone who's teaching religion are so bad?
Right. Is
because you're using, like, when I say so bad, I'm saying like people that are greedy or you have personal agenda.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by bad. Hypocritical is because you're using something with so much power in the wrong way.
Right.
I could build this entire house with this.
You're right.
I could also crush it. I could also crush your skull.
Okay. Spencer, that's...
See what can happen with just a couple bad words?
Frank, look at you being able to withstand that.
Imagine if he just grabbed it from me.
Oh my God.
That's scared I'd be.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like we said in the early podcast, we said religion itself has so much power, which
Right.
means in a world where there's a balance, and so with that power, you can do such great things. Such great things can be done through faith and religion and spirituality. There has to be an inverse. And, it's what better to describe that than the hammer.
Yeah.
I can
So be
break I can
responsible.
break this table down right now.
You're really
getting a
leading
little-
in that
Okay.
direction,
Ooh.
Spencer.
Yeah, I'm that bad pastor I've been talking about. But before I break anything else, that is hammers, folks. We just hammered it home, I think.
We did.
We hit the nail on the head.
We did.
Yeah, that's our one word. Let us know if you like hammers, because one of our lucky subscribers, will get this hammer. All you have to do is
Shipping and handling.
shipping and handling, which probably costs more than this hammer at your local Home Depot. But we'll be back tomorrow for a walk through Thursday, where we're going to talk about a Bible verse. I know it's going to be a good one.
The Bible verse. So go watch the Christian Meme Review, because the Bible verse is going to be one of the Bible verses that were brought up on the Christian Meme Review.
Ooh, should be a good one.
So it'll be a crossover again.
Little crossover action. All right, guys, we got to go build some things. So we're out of here. Yeah, go build. Oh, and enjoy
Bob the
summer.
Builder.
Enjoy summer. Peace.